Hello scholars, welcome. Mr. Hinkle here. We're talking about organisms that live in the open ocean, the pelagic environment, and specifically organisms that eat other organisms, animals that float. And collectively we will call these organisms zooplankton. So our objective is to define zooplankton and then provide a few examples of different types of zooplankton. So zooplankton are floating animals. An animal being an organism that eats another organism for its energy. Zooplankton are the second largest biomass in the ocean after phytoplankton. If we look at marine food webs, the basis is going to be the primary producers. The primary consumers, here we're talking zooplankton. Okay, so second largest biomass. And these organisms come in microscopic and macroscopic, which means we can see them or we cannot see them. Micro versus macro. And let's look at some examples of various zooplankton floating animals in the pelagic environment. So microscopic, here we've got radiolarians. I want a different color pen. Here we go. These are single-celled protozoa that have very intricate ornamentation. This is an electron microscope that has blown this up so that we can be able to see. But look at all of these different spines. They have hard shells or tests made out of silica, SiO2, which they absorb from the marine water. And their shape and their ornaments are an adaptation to float, because if we take this word plankton, plankton are organisms that float in the marine environment and are adapted to these specific habitats. And the adaptation is their shape and their spines to increase their surface area to volume ratio, making them float in the ocean. Okay, foraminifera, this will be our next one. Again, very unique shapes. Foraminifera, it's a lot of syllables. Very unique shapes. These ones make their shells, the tests, out of calcium carbonate that are a common material for the formation of limestone. So ocean biology mixing with geology, the Earth system is an interrelated set of parts that work together to form the whole Earth system, which is really, really cool. Again, another single-celled organism that floats in the surface of the water column. Copepods. So now we're getting multicellular, a little bit more complexity, still microscopic. They have segmented bodies with jointed legs, forked tails. They're very abundant in the ocean. Our microscopic zooplankton eat phytoplankton that reproduces using sunlight and nutrients from the ocean. Cool. Okay, so let's keep going. Now we've got macroscopic, which means we can see them. We can pull this little critter up. Krill are, it's a word that means young fry of fish. Very abundant in Antarctica, forming a critical food web link there. Whales migrate. Marine mammals, which are pelagic animals, migrate in Antarctic and Arctic summer times in order to feast on krill, which are kind of like copepods, but we can actually see them. They're macroscopic. Cnidarians, it's a jellyfish. Technically, jellies are called scyphozoans, and they're a type of macroscopic zooplankton known as a cnidarian. Jellyfish float in the ocean, and they eat other organisms, making them zooplankton, specifically cnidarians, and their unique adaptations are mostly made of water, which helps them float, and then tentacles that have stinging cells on them called nematocysts. Now, jellies can have stinging capabilities. The Portuguese man-o-war, another type of cnidarian known as a hydrozoan, also has these same capabilities, but same process. Organisms that float in the ocean that eat other organisms as their primary source of energy. So this was a short list, an overview of marine animals that eat other animals and other organisms, I should say. Marine animals that eat other organisms for energy. They can be microscopic, single-celled, or multicellular, macroscopic, complex organisms with specific adaptations for floating in the marine environment. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again.